She has moved through many different professional spaces, but she used to serve as the coordinator for diversity, equity, and inclusion at Gaston College. And she's also held teaching positions at High Point University and done a lot of educational things, K through 12, in and around, right, those spaces as well. She has a breadth of entrepreneurial experience and balances her professional, spiritual, and academic trainings with amazing stride. Her dissertation research centered on the ability of individuals who hold leadership roles in higher ed to be able to use mindfulness as a tool for decision making, right? Something that is probably elusive to many of us, right? But that thought of bringing mindfulness into the space of how we operate, how we do our procedures, how we build policies at institutions of higher ed is really foundationally significant. And in that idea of being a tool for decision making, right, it has this reverberating impact on the way in which students are affected, and the way curriculum and the academic components of an institution are affected. So drawing from critical reflection and phenomenological methodology, her research sort of highlighted many strengths related to contemplative learning and self-awareness. Her own servant leadership style certainly depends on a high level of emotional intelligence, right? Just doing diversity, equity, and inclusion work requires that one really be grounded, really be centered in order to sort of confront those challenges. Right? And her work is daily, right? On the daily, she's working to ensure safe spaces within Lexington, spaces related to social justice, racial healing, and overcoming systemic inequity and oppression. Her work has been so successful that she's been invited to participate in the prestigious Hunt Institute Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion State Officers Network, starting this winter 2023. Really exciting. What an invitation. And there she'll contribute to education policy and provide statewide recommendations on how to right historic wrongs and try to attend to present day relations with regard to education, with regard to how we navigate the challenges that we face socially. I'm so excited to have Dr. Smyer here to lead us in discussion and in the spirit of Dr. King's legacy and fully honoring our collective goals of recognition of past harms and wrongs, acknowledging the present day needs, and cultivating a far better future for where we all can be our better selves together. So with no further messing around with me, let's open up the stage to Dr. Patricia Smyer. Thank you so much.
Wow. I don't know who she was talking about. That was probably one of the best eulogies I've heard of myself, and I thank you for that. There's something I do every time that I ever offer or am afforded the ability to speak to dynamic, diverse, excited, vibrant, intelligent, good-looking, strong-minded individuals. I start by saying 3 simple things. You are significant. Matter of fact, you are so relevant. And whatever you do, no matter what situation you find yourself in, never forget that your words, oh my goodness, your words have so much meaning. It is your word that will change the atmosphere. You see, it is your word that will determine your successful outcome. You can never forget that when I speak, I'm solving a problem. When I show up, relevance has come to the room. And I am significant in any space that I walk into. So I want you to look at the person sitting beside you and say, boy, you are somebody. Man, I had no idea. I had no idea who I was sitting beside because you got it going on.
You got it going on. You know that.
It is so important that we know who's in the room. Because when we know who's in the room, we will treat them a whole lot better. See, if I didn't recognize you as the grandeur that you are, then I may mishandle you. If I didn't value the lived experiences that you bring to this conversation, then I'll disregard you when you're talking. But if I can keep in my mind who you are, then we can have a courageous and exciting dialogue. And that's what we're going to do today. I'm going to give you a little bit of information just to kind of get your mind thinking. But then we're going to have a rich conversation. We're going to pull off the strength and the lived experiences and the knowledge that each of you brings to the room. We are creating a safe space in this room. So we're not going to become victims of blaming and shaming. We're going to own our own journey, and we're not going to criticize somebody else's. We're going to be willing to remember who's in the room. Can we do that? Can we do it? You got thumbs up? Okay, we're going to do it. We're going to do it. So this week, we've all been talking about racial healing. Racial healing. It's time to bring collective minds together and talk about some of the injustice, some of the systemic, some of the just bad practices that has gone through